Hello everyone, my name is Ellie. I'm with Herbcraft by Ellie Apothecary. Welcome to another timeless reading. This is actually the third trance session. I'm a psychic medium empath. I started developing my gifts on a deeper level in the last month. If you'd like any more information, other readings, I always link them in the description box, the video cards on the screen, and also playlists and other recent readings are usually at the end of the reading. So like any reading, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. This one is specifically a trance psychic mediumship channeled message. I may be using archetypes, which I have right here, possibly some other cards. We'll get into it in a moment. So while I am breathing into this energy, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, all the usual stuff to show your support. It does help the channel grow and our community. I have a unique spiritual and creative community here, so I hope you'll consider joining us. Otherwise, I'm going to breathe into it. Feel free to take a deep breath and we'll get going whenever you're ready. All right, let's begin. Follow the beat of the drum if you need something to focus on. Sound healing credit is in the description box. Follow the beat of your own drum. What is the rhythm? What is the flow? What is the power that you know? Where do you go? Close your eyes if you like. This could work as a partial guided meditation if you'd like. What is the rhythm, ebb, and flow of your breath? Is it short? Is it long? Is it heavy? Is it light? What are you holding on to? Where would you rather be? Drop the weight and be free. Where's your soul taking you these days? What yearning do you have within you? What are the signs outside of you that a deeper calling has told you it's time to embrace, it's time to receive what you deserve. Let's pull some archetypes. Thank you, Spirit. I may channel into these cards. Drop in the comments anything you gain from this reading. Share it with the community. This is a safe space. Gnosis, your knowing. This is timeless, so whenever you found it, it was meant for you. What is meant for you is always right on time when you embrace divine timing. Saw the thread on the bottom and the healer. Some of you have been following the thread that your ancestors left, increments of wisdom that you have collected along the steps. For those of you in a spiritual path, this is a highly spiritual message. If you prefer tarot and general readings, I have those too. What kind of steps have you been taking? What threads are you leaving behind for your descendants? Whether you are a parent or not, we all still have descendants. Could be a nephew, a niece, could be a grandchild, great-grandchild, a nibbling for those of you that have genderqueer offspring. 711 on the timestamp. Note the angel numbers if you'd like. Look them up if they call to you. That's spiritual community in the house. Welcome. The vow. What kind of vows have you made in your life? What kind of vows did your ancestry make to you? What kind of vows? 733. For those of you that are master healers, what kind of vows did you take in your practice? Check in with those vows, personal, professional, relationship, that of the heart too. What did you promise yourself? How are you giving yourself love in that way? The medallion. What do you consider valuable? The ocean. Into the deep blue. Into the deep blue. That's significant for someone. Eros. What are your desires? Heaven on Earth reading is coming to mind. You may find significance. I'll put it in the video cards on the screen after I record. The poet. Are you romanticizing your life? Are you finding new ways of speaking beauty into your life? Would you like to? It starts with speaking to yourself in a beautiful way. 923, divine timing. Divine timing is now. Some of you are graduating into this knowing. 933, agape, of this incredible love within self, within other, within spirit. Some of you are ascending into master healers. In order to do so, you had to find this agape. Yeah, the medallion, the prize. The prize is you is another channeled message you may like. Again, video cards. Some of you very much prize this higher love as within, so without, in all areas. And we are not just speaking about some kind of relationship with another human being. 1019, completion of happiness within, so without. That's what we're talking about. Finding the answers to these questions will help you do so. 1033, completion of mastery of healing. Now, we never stop healing the soul, but some of you will master it to the level that you were meant to master it in this lifetime. The starborn, some of you may feel a resonance with star seeds. 1055. And you just completed a major transformation and change for those of you that did. 1101, the ring and the womb. 1111, some of you are going through a portal, committing to creating the unknown, tapping into divine feminine energy, gender nondescript. I'm feeling called to read on agape. LXX2. I believe that's 72. So July 2nd could be relevant. 9, 7, or 2. February 7th, July 9th, September 7th, September 2nd, February 9th, 7th, 2nd, 2-2, 2-2-2, balance, mastery, yet again. Pilgrim 100. It's the page I landed on. Follow the signs and synchronicities. Spirit is leading you down a path to your highest and greatest good, that which you want. But you have to be brave enough to take the journey, to make new discoveries, to follow that which you truly desire, to make new settlements and be willing to leave those settlements once your job there has been done. 1244, subconscious, protection, stability, foundation, family. Again, legacy, promises. Sometimes 1300, that means closing karmic cycles where you made promises. Either you've completed the healing, the work, the legacy, you've broken the chains for some of you of ancestry. You're 100% done. See that? 100 on the page. Also, that was one of the angel numbers that came up. 1321. 21 world card, closing major cycles of karma. You're done. Some of you need to move on. That's what Spirit's saying. Embrace love, not karma. And again, there's different kinds of karma. There's the karma we clear up with each other, and then there's the karma we create through cause and effect by the choices we make, the energy we decide to embody. What we do today is what we create tomorrow. Okay. Looking at ways we can change in our partnerships. It was 1352 when I looked down. Okay. 1401, temperance, infinite possibilities, new beginnings. This is a new way of finding balance with deeper soul, deep level love. And we are going to get into that. Just following the channel. Again, this is a pilgrimage in itself. Thank you for being here. And in case I forgot to say, welcome. And I'm so glad you're here. Y'all are amazing. I'd love to hear about the seeds that you've been planting, the steps you've been taking if you feel guided to share. 210 and 211. I'm unsure if you will be able to read that. you can, feel free to screenshot. I don't always read everything. Okay. Before I do, though, I'd like to just channel into this card for a moment. These trance sessions are new for me, so it's more of half of a trance session, half of a channeled message, and partial, well, guided meditation at times. So, new discoveries for me, which means more discoveries for you. All right, so the first thing I notice on this card is a tower, right? A tower of light, 1533 on the timestamp. Mastering, overcoming the devil, I'm hearing. Overcoming towers that were associated with devil-like mind, energy, and those of you that know tarot know that the devil, which is card number 15 in the tarot, 1555 as well, overcoming change, transformation, releasing the darker aspects of self, people, places, things, addictions, attachments, old ways of being, behaviors, and pick your poison, so to speak, as to what the devil means to you, right? Could be ways that you used to treat yourself on your journey. And part of your new legacy, part of your new worth, your value is to not operate from spaces and places where you are in that devil mind. 1633, the tower. You have mastered towers. Oh, I'm getting chills on my right thigh. For some of you, this is very much about taking leaps of faith with your divine masculine, which means your action oriented self. For those of you deep on the spiritual journey, know that when you have come to a certain space of evolvement, you will integrate your light and shadow and know how to tap into the lower, the middle, the upper worlds if you are also on a shamanic journey. And I don't mean you're on a retreat, I mean you're actually a healer who 1717 double star power, I'm hearing. Yeah. For those of you starborn, you may know what I mean by that higher frequency resonance. Okay, so we are going to get into this card, but this channel is taking me for a ride. One moment, please. Think about the different ways that you have been guided to overcome towers in the past, which is unexpected great change. Okay. And look at this. It's a tower of love. So it's a new beginning with love and how you see a deeper love. 1810. Some kind of completion with your emotions, with your subconscious. For some of you, that could give you clues. Also, what was hidden has now come to the light. And you're a quarter of the way there, 1825. So a tower of light here, because at the top and the bottom, we have like beaming lights, almost like a bright, shining cosmic star or a flare. And then in the middle, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, 2 of them pointing downward, 2 of them pointing upward. We have 2 little ones in the middle and then 2 larger ones. And again, they're like this. They're coming together. There's a connection here. For some of you, this could be about a divine union with another for higher evolved souls who are on that journey. Put your own titles to it. I don't use specific titles. There's so many different versions of divine love. For some of you, it's just simply a higher soulmate love, and that's all you need to know. You can look into that in your own time. I do divine love readings occasionally, so you can look into that in the playlist. Lots of blues and greens and purples in this card, which of course is upper chakras, that's feminine. And then the colors of the flames very much could represent the lower chakras. And these are just the top 7 primary. There are many, 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 many chakras. Those are just the basics, okay? Root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, crown, right? Red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue, purple, typically. Okay. So there is a balance of all chakras here. Okay. The heart is at the center of it with the green, surrounded by the light blue, which is the voice, the throat chakra, speaking what is at the center of your heart's desire, which is rooted in reality, which you have confidence in your creations through this tower, these towers you build. Remember, when you're building new foundations, eventually those foundations can become towers. But depending on how strong those foundations are, is whether those become a pillar of strength or a tower that deconstructs over time through divine orchestration. Now, let's read from the card. I think that was enough for that, and we're going to keep this a little shorter today. All right. Agape, devotion, unconditional love. Again, this could be with spirit, this could be with your community, this could be with different aspects of yourself, especially if you're on a shamanic journey, which I myself have, do, and am privately. That's not something I'm ready to discuss, but I have been initiated, and we'll leave it at that for now. All right, cool. What if instead of putting yourself at the center of your spiritual practice, you put God, goddess, or nature at the center? How would this change your approach? Such is the energy of, there you go, agape. It is alive when we are in awe and wonder, our breath taken away by the sacred force that surrounds us, and asks for nothing in return. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation. I've never read this card on this channel, and I just saw 2208, Mastery of Infinite Possibilities of Abundance. Some of you may have a clue on your next steps now. Initiation. Pay attention. Your guides are speaking to you all the time. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation that stretches your capacity to love and serve. You sense the earthly as the heavenly. I referenced my Heaven on Earth reading earlier. Check it out. You sense the earthly as the heavenly and vice versa. Such an initiatory moment can appear in any form, and like a healing balm to the modern soul, its effects last a lifetime. The Agape card may also suggest you reassess what you worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. What you worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. What are you elevating? Where does the sacred ladder you climb ultimately lead to? Interesting. And for a lot of you, the first thought of worship, and I'm going to leave out the little sidebars because I don't feel like we're supposed to get into that. For a lot of you, worship is not about the divine. It's about the aspects of self and others that we may put on a pedestal, that we may use as motivation to ascend to. Be careful with that, because worship can either be deep devotion, as that book describes, or it can be ego obsession in the dark. Here's a journal prompt idea for you, and then I'm going to leave this message because it was interesting, but I think there's enough layers there for you to discover. Look into what you worship, the divine, in yourself, in others, what you see going forward in your life, what that means to you, how you feel others may worship you or put you on pedestals. Also look at, do you desire that? Is that something you're seeking? Perhaps that's in your shadow, or perhaps it's to guide and elevate others and lead them. There's many ways that you can go deeper with your soul and understand the toxins and the medicine of worship. What is it that your soul gravitates to? And you can find, if you are willing to see the good, the bad, the ugly, and the in between. This will be mirrored to you in your everyday life by others, by your own behavior, by events that unfold in your life. Tower moments can be good, bad, or in between. 2544. Bring it back to the center of you and your being. What is at your core? Go back to the questions at the beginning of this reading. Watch it again if you feel like it. If you want to do the deeper inner work. And really ask yourself these things, because this can be medicine or it can be poison, everything I do here. And I mean that in a metaphorical way, not a doctor. I do have a disclaimer in the description box. But I am a healer, and I'm also a walking tower moment myself. And I have awakened many people to the spiritual path. And I've equally been challenged and embraced. So, 2655. Big changes and transformation, partnership, balance. Yeah. What is balanced partnership to you? Six of Pentacles is coming to my mind's eye, and Two of Cups. So there's plenty of questions there for you to explore. I really would love to hear about your journey in the comments. And if you have a particular style of reading you like, if you want to book a personal, go ahead and reach out. You have to do that through my contact details in the description box. I won't reach out to you. Not for readings, not for deals. Don't get scammed. Okay? All right, cool. And I hope you all take care. Take care of yourself and then take care of others. And if you're open to it, the divine will also take care of you. Remember, as within, so without. So when you come into union with yourself, you also come into union with spirit, and then others and the rest of the world will come into balance and union with you. That is one of the deeper meanings of the Temperance card. Look into that if you'd like. All right, darlings. Signing off. Many blessings, and you got this.